Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I'm filming kind of a collaborative summer fragrance haul. I've finally gotten back around to wanting to shop at my favorite retailers that I've always been to and have always made videos about. I've mentioned everything that's changed and gone on, so I just haven't really been anywhere in a long time. But it's the time of year for summer collections to come out for body care, home fragrance, accessories. Bathing suits are coming out, which I know they do like the day after Christmas practically, but, everybody's finally itching for the warmer weather, and I'm thoroughly impressed with the fragrance selections this year as far as Yankee Candle, Bath & Body Works, and Victoria's Secret. I take that back. Maybe really not Bath & Body Works, but I'll explain. I do want to talk about, and this will be another video, but I do want to talk about repackagings, pricing changes, and things of that nature, really across the board with Yankee and Bath & Body Works. Victoria's, they're for lingerie, but I do like the beauty lines that they do, but they're pretty consistent. But I am going to make a separate video discussing that. I still love the companies because I still shop there, but there are aspects that have really, really just bothered the crap out of me lately. So I'm going to cover that separately. But, so I did shop the last couple of weekends. Main thing that kicked it off for me was Yankee was doing their Friends and Family sale. It was a good way to kind of get back in the swing of things because I haven't shopped there in a while. I didn't pick up anything from the spring collection. And, of course, treasures and stuff that are out, I like to dig through those. Sometimes you find good ones. You just never know. Depends on the locations. So it was a good time to kind of bust back out with it. Before then, though, the only purchase I've really made was I bought this mini candle set from the Hawaii ones from Bath & Body Works. I do like those. I think they're a pretty good deal for what they are. They're great that I love to use in my bathroom when I take a bath, or even like the room that I'm in now where I store my candles and makeup and everything. It's a smaller space, so those are perfect size. They get a lot more life than they used to out of them when they changed them to the kind of glassed ones. But, and then I grabbed 2 wallflowers for $3. I just grabbed sparkling limeade and vanilla bean marshmallow. The wallflowers are probably something I'll go over in the repackage type video because it'll just be like a plain old discussion about stuff. But that's why I only bought 3 because I'm really starting to get aggravated with those as well. So that's all I got from Bath & Body Works. That's all I've bought from there in a really long time. So obviously, like I said, the Yankee Candle Friends and Family sales, what really got me to start checking it back out. I went with my mom and my sister because going in together is a great deal because not one of us is stuck buying the 6 candles to get them for $60. And I wound up leaving with 3. I only planned on going for 2, but 1 kind of grew on me when I was there, so I did purchase 3. And I knew that I wanted the summertime fragrances, but they were coming out this weekend. They were coming out 1 week later. And I had thought about purchasing some for the $11 and just exchanging them, but I did and I didn't want to do that. Of course, I'd love to because it's a great deal for me, but at the same time, I'm not out to kind of like dupe a company or, risk myself not being able to make an exchange I really mean to do later. Anything like that. I know it's really frowned upon, so I chose not to do that. And I just used my buy one, get one this weekend that I doubled up on, so I have 4 candles from the new collection. And the 3 that I purchased at the Friends and Family sale was Red Raspberry, Jelly Beans, and Wild Seagrass. And Red Raspberry, kept selling out like crazy before the holidays. People love getting those spring fragrances for gifts. And Red Raspberry's description is tangy, sweet, rosy red raspberries. Pretty spot on. I like that they use the word tangy because that's like the perfect adjective for it. It's very, very tangy. It's very bold and a heavy fragrance. It's very sweet. And it's to say it's kind of like a lip gloss or chapstick fragrance sounds bad because you think of that as being generic and artificial, but it's really not. It's really super strong, almost like a bubble gum, if you have like a raspberry, like Bubblicious bubble gum, the ones that are designed to be like super powerful, right away when you chew on it. So it's very bold like that, and I love it. I think it's going to be a good one performance-wise for a larger space because it is so strong. But, typical, it's raspberries. It's pure, fresh, bold raspberry smell. And then Jelly Beans, I did and didn't want to get that one. That's the one that I was kind of on the fence about because I kind of got it more for the, collector's aspect of it. every year I've managed to get like the chocolate bunnies or bunny cake or the marshmallow peeps. So it was kind of like, well, I'll go ahead and grab this one. And it actually smells pretty great. The notes in it, it's grape jelly beans coated with sugar with a few lemon and raspberry notes kind of mixed in. Definitely the grape. It's not quite as bold as like the red raspberry is, but it's in that same category of being such a strong, fruity powerhouse scent. I don't really get the coated sugar for it, but I definitely kind of get that little bit of the citrus berry, like kind of in there with it. But, I mean, on cold sniff, I mean, you get the grape, and I love grape, anything, be it candy or flavored drinks or Powerade, stuff like that. I love grape, and so it's a very good, you know, artificial, I mean, to some degree, it kind of has like that artificial to it, but for the most part, it's very powerful, and I think it's good. I don't know if I'll really ever burn that one anytime soon, just because I like the nostalgia of it for the collector side of it, but I do love that one. And then the other one was Wild Seagrass. It is kissed by an ocean breeze, green scent of dewy seagrass atop the sand dunes, which it's a lot more floral than I thought it was going to be. I know that when they do these descriptions, you're like, okay, I've never really paid attention to like sand dunes and seagrass, because usually, depending on what part of the world you're in, like for us in the Gulf, we just get a lot of that seaweed washing up smell, and it's not really attractive. So it's very hard to compare, but sometimes you can get that kind of a whiff of just, you know, on a good day when it's like a cleaner day and it's that wonderful breeze that comes through, you do kind of get it. Like you do kind of get the seagrass scent. But this one's a lot more floral than I thought it was going to be. And it's kind of like, it's not like a lavender or a lot like lily or anything like that. It's kind of more of like a daisy kind of floral to it, where it's very, very specific. And I do like it. I think it's going to be a very good clean scent, but I think it'll be a little bit heavy for some people, you know, compared to the clean, fresh scent. So I do like it, but it is a little more floral than I thought it was going to be. But usually I don't do florals, but this one I thought tiptoed kind of perfectly. So those were the 3 jars that I got. And I did pick up 2 centerpieces. I didn't buy them before the holidays, which they were sold out like crazy anyways. And everybody's been raving about it. I mean, well, actually, I have not seen any videos about them, but everybody that I know personally that has them loves them. So since we've moved, I decided to get 2. I got a smaller white one, and they're both have timers on it, which that's really cool. I got the smaller white one, pretty basic. I've got it to put downstairs in my den because I didn't want something too big down there, just merely because of like space for me as far as countertop table type space. I know that I don't really see the point in what the size matters, because the bowls are still the same no matter what. But I needed a smaller one mainly because of easier to put onto a counter or a table or wherever I decide to put it down there. And I bought a large black and white one that lights up. This one was beautiful in the store. They actually had that one as like a demo. I fell in love with it, so I bought that one for my upstairs because it's the more ginormous space it's going to have to fill with a fragrance. And they were 30% off, which was a pretty good deal considering they don't really ever go on sale. And the cups for them were 5 for $10. I picked up Vanilla Cupcake, Home Sweet Home, Red Raspberry, Turquoise Sky, and Pink Sands to get myself kind of a start with those. So I'm excited to try those. And then I went to Victoria's Secret yesterday, and they had their Summer Beauty collection out. And they had 5 new ones, which is a pretty big deal. Usually they come in 3s. But they had 5, but they didn't have any body washes that I ever saw. So they were doing the 7 for $35 deal. So I got 1 of each of the sprays and 2 of my favorite of the lotions. And I know that I've said that I'm going to like stop doing that because I love buying stuff in trios. But I love summer ones to death, and I fly through those. So if there's any of them that I'm really excited about, because they're ones that are great to keep in your bag or to take on vacation or do stuff like that. So I do go through those pretty well. But the 5 different ones, there is Escape, which was my favorite one, Dragon Fruit and Amber. There is Sunrise, Fresh Guava and Orchid. Paradise, which is Coconut Water and Starfruit. Surfside, which is Passion Fruit and Driftwood. And Beach, which is Cactus Blooms and Sea Salt. They all smell pretty great, but I mentioned that Escape's my favorite. It's actually the purple one. And I love how Victoria's Secret has like a different one for each like when they do a collection, there's usually like a fresh one, kind of the more floral, there's one that's more fruit. They try to make them very different from one another so they're not all very similar. I love how they've always done that. They continue to do that, so that's one reason I've really loved their body care kind of over Bath & Body Works, merely because of the diversity of it that they have, even though they're all very girly and sweet most of the time. But I just like that they at least still stay a little creative about it instead of repackaging stuff so badly. And then the new fragrances came in Yankee this weekend. I went, bought 2, got 2 free. I've been so excited about this collection. It is Cotton Candy, White Chocolate Apple, Saltwater Taffy, Beach Holiday, and Windblown. And I bought 4 of the 5. I didn't get Windblown, and now I kind of regret it. So I think I will go back and repurchase that one at some point. Well, not repurchase, but, purchase that one at some point. And I was really excited about this collection. They had the votives out last week, so I kind of sniffed those. Really was impressed with them. I love that it's this kind of summer boardwalk type collection. And to kind of just talk about the notes in it, Cotton Candy, that one is self-explanatory. Everybody knows the sugary sweet Cotton Candy fragrance. Everybody knows. It's pretty on point, but it is very light. So I do worry about it a little bit performance-wise. And part of me is debating on exchanging it for a 2-wick tumbler. I don't normally do that. I'm not normally a 2-wick tumbler fan, but I think something as light as that would be very worthy of getting it that way, so it would come off a little stronger. So I'm on the fence about doing that. They didn't have it out yet, so that's why I just did all the 1-wicked ones, but I may end up doing that. And then there is Windblown, the one that I didn't get. The notes in it are, and I left my notes under this, so my bad. But Windblown is citrus blend with sea spray and a hint of lily. I loved it. I don't really know what made me decide to get Beach Holiday over that one. And that's why part of me wants to definitely go back and get it. But it does smell very good. It's cute. It's got a little picture of kites on the front of it. And, I mean, pretty citrusy. That's basically what that one smells like. Then there is Beach Holiday, which is clean, fresh scent of ocean air. Pretty basic. This one reminds me of Oceans from Pier 1 Imports. If you've ever smelled that one, it's pretty on point with that one. A very heavy aquatic one, like that kind of, it's the scent we all know, that's the water type fragrance, the ocean, what it's supposed to smell like. But this one, I think, would be a good fragrance for people that want, it's very fresh as well. So I think it'd be a good one for people that wants like a very good clean scent, but you don't always want something that smells like cotton or clean towels or laundry, that kind of thing. Like, it's a very good clean scent. So I think for people who are a little more on the picky side, I think it'd be a good neutral one for those kind of people. And then Saltwater Taffy is all your favorite fruit flavors and creamy vanilla all rolled into one. And I definitely smell the vanilla. That's like the main thing that I get out of it. It smells like it probably has a little bit of like a citrus, that lemon lime mixed with kind of a raspberry scent. So but mainly that vanilla is it's kind of covering the most out of it. It's very good. It's also very light as well, like the Cotton Candy. So, that's going to be one that probably gets reserved for a little bit of a smaller space. But I think, performance-wise, that one could tiptoe in the territory of being a little too light, so we'll have to find out. And then White Chocolate Apple. This was like the one I was to die for, just looking at the picture and hearing the title for it. And the description says, a juicy, just-picked apple with a crisp coating of white chocolate. Pretty basic. But to be honest, it doesn't really smell like that to me. To me, it basically smells like sugared apple with caramel, and it's divine. I am obsessed with it. If I go back and get Windblown, I'm probably going to get another one of the white chocolate apples, and it's one that if I catch it during semi-annual sales and stuff like that, I'm going to be buying it because, and this is just all on cold sniff, I haven't burned these yet, but it smells amazing, and I'm completely obsessed with it. And I know sugared apple is a very, very popular fragrance that people really like because it's very strong. So I don't think performance-wise we're going to have to worry about this one. But man, it is like the summer option for sugared apple. Now, granted, they released that one at Christmas time, and it's one that you could burn any time of the year. It doesn't make you think Christmas like a spruce tree would. But I mean, this is definitely the summer version of it, and I'm so glad they did this because, I mean, and the caramel in it, like, makes my mouth water. I swear to you, it's that great. And so that is the 5 new ones. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go back for that one and for a Windblown because they're definitely worthy of it. And the only one that they made in the Centerpiece cups is the cotton candy one, so I did grab that one as well. And a couple, I got tarts in each one because they were $1 each, and I figured it was a good time to pick those up while they were still $1. And they were also giving out like a $5 coupon if you bought one of the votives in the new ones. And again, it was $1, so I thought, you know, that's a pretty good deal to get a $5 off. Spend $1, but you'll kind of get the 5 off later. So it's a pretty cool deal. And it's actually $5 off a large jar. So that's pretty neat if you know, maybe just use it for a gift or something like that for Mother's Day coming up or something of that nature. So, sorry this was 15 minutes long. Putting them all together, I'd rather kind of have a longer, big video than to like chop it up in a bunch of little ones. But I am going to make videos talking about the repackaging and pricing and all that fun stuff. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I hope you enjoy the summer fragrances as much as I do, because right now I'm kind of in love with them. And it's the first summer collection in a really long time that I've really been this pumped about. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.